I am Ajit Patil and I am one of the co-founders at DeepTek.
So, radiology AI, I think, is an upcoming industry. There is a huge potential to bring in AI in the radiology workflow and transform the workflow. As you all know, AI especially is powerful in image analytics, image processing, and radiology is largely about analyzing images, processing images, identify pathologies based on what you see on the images. And hence, I think AI is well fitted in this space and can bring in a transformation. Radiology industry, as you might be aware, is having the challenge of lack of radiologists globally. There are only about 25,000 radiologists in India, and only half of them do cross-sectional imaging, which is CT scans, MRIs, X-rays, and the remaining half will be doing ultrasound. So look at it like 12,500 radiologists trying to service a huge population of 1.3 billion. And then that has severe challenges in terms of what kind of service can be offered, what kind of patient care can be offered. And this problem is not only restricted to developing countries like India, but even developed economies like UK, Japan, Australia, all of them have the similar challenge actually. So the opportunity to bring in advanced image analytic techniques through AI into radiology workflow has a huge potential actually. And this potential has emerged over the last 10 odd years. The AI technology came forth and it enabled this transformative opportunity to analyze images in a very cost effective and efficient way. And over the last 10 years, a lot of action has happened in the industry. More than 100 global startups have been funded in the space today. And radiology is a wide space. There are different types of modalities, there are different types of body organs, there are so many different types of pathologies. And these startups are independently working, trying to cover various areas within the radiology space actually. A few years back, 5 odd years back, it was thought that AI could actually transform radiology and make it autonomous. And there were a lot of concerns and fears in the radiologist community as to what would be the impact of that. But over the last several years, I think a lot of clarity has emerged, and it is clearly now known and understood that AI will be only an assistive tool to radiologists. The AI will help radiologists improve productivity, improve quality, improve turnaround time, reduce errors, reduce fatigue, and help radiologists to have a better work-life balance. So in that sense, now radiology AI is evolving, and there are several areas actually. There is an area to help radiologists improve their performance in terms of all these areas. There is an opportunity in emergency radiology where a patient through trauma, accident, or some other incident has come into the emergency and late night, and you want to quickly identify what challenge the patient has. It could be brain bleed, brain infarct, and immediate medication could be delivered, saving the life of the patient. And there is public health screening also, wherein you have diseases like, say, tuberculosis, which are widespread, and you need to automatically identify on chest X-ray imaging whether the person is infected or not. So I think various opportunities are coming up because of the AI technology to kind of transform the existing radiology workflows and bring in the much needed improvements, making radiology more accessible, making radiology more affordable, making radiology more accurate. It was in year 2000 that deep learning solutions started having an impact on the industry. Deep learning has amazing power to analyze images and identify objects, segment objects in those images. And as we know, radiology is all about analyzing images, identifying lesions in those images. And it was an excellent match. It was Stanford University which brought in the early algorithms which analyzed chest X-rays to identify pathologies. And since then, a lot of
evolution has happened. Now we have deep learning algorithms analyzing not only X-rays but cross-sectional images like CT scans, MRI, ultrasound, PET, and others. And over the period, algorithms have evolved to become more matured, more robust. Also, regulatory approval mechanism, which were missing earlier, has started getting framed, and we now see some of the early algorithms getting regulatory approvals as well. So AI in radiology is now slowly coming to its fructification. One important deployment of our technology is in Singapore. Singapore government, through its national healthcare AI strategy, were looking for an AI platform which brings AI into radiology workflow in a very responsible way. And we were evaluated with quite a few other competing legacy firms in this industry, and we won the bid. And our platform today is getting deployed in almost 5 public hospitals in Singapore. And our platform will become a de facto platform for AI to be brought in hands of radiologists in a very seamless and a very responsible way in Singapore. And we are looking forward to take this successful use case to many other countries from here. Not many radiology AI firms are having clinical and commercial adoption, and DeepTek has been lucky to enable both. We have been lucky to have strong support not only from customers, from investors as well. So firms like Tata Capital Healthcare Fund, NTT Data, and quite a few other global firms have come together and have been supporting us through strategic equity investments. That apart, some of these large global IT firms, some of the large medical imaging device makers have been supporting us with the go-to-market strategy as well. With this solid foundation of global customers, global partners, a strong team of 100 plus people now, I believe we are amongst the prominent Indian radiology AI firms today. But it's a huge global market opportunity, and I think our vision is to see how we can really bring in technology which we are developing globally, help radiology to become more accessible, more affordable, more accurate, and in that sense deliver solid, improved patient care. And it's a large global market opportunity. We hope to be one of the leaders from India who can play a very important role globally in this market.